I want to focus on voice AI. We're hearing more and more things about voice AI. There's also more murmurings in the SaaS space about how SDRs feel, well, actually, voice AI is going to be replacing their jobs. Well, loads of businesses in 2025 have got rid of SDRs. They've trimmed down their SDR function. Well, it's because, AI has taken over their jobs. So what does voice AI mean? What can voice AI do? And can it really replace the SDR? That's my question to you guys. Can it replace the SDR? Now, voice AI can automate parts of the SDR role. I don't know if any of you have heard voice AI in action. Maybe you have. Will it reshape SDR work or will it replace SDR work? And I've been speaking about this for a period of time. Voice AI, I don't know if you've heard it or not. It can cold call to an extent, but you can still tell it's AI, right? Now, the good thing about voice AI and AI in general, in terms of from a cold calling aspect, is yes, it can go all night round, 24/7, right? No jokes or any puns intended. It can make hundreds of calls simultaneously. They can deliver pitch variations. I guess they can deliver or handle basic objections, and they could follow playbooks. In theory, what's actually happening in reality? In reality, it cannot replace SDRs, or at least good SDRs. Because whilst you're making those cold calls and you can make it seem as authentic as possible or as authentic as you like, what can AI not do that a human being can? It can't pick up on nuance. It can't pick up emotion in language. It can't detect and read between the lines as effectively as an SDR can. Right? High stakes discovery, anything requiring deep nuance or live call strategy shifting or emotional intelligence is something AI cannot and will not replicate in the near future. Now, years down the line, I don't know what the landscape's going to look like. It's obviously evolving very quickly and very well, but when things evolve very quickly, that brings its own challenges. So again, we've got to hit that hurdle as well, right? When businesses, they scale and they scale really quick, they encounter problems. They grow too fast. And then they actually have to go back and reset. And AI won't be any different. And also, it's not going to be able to handle the different types of objections in different particular scenarios. So SDRs, the whole point I'm bringing this up is that SDRs, you need to skill up and educate your current or future employers as to why AI cannot replace you. Not yet. Maybe never. You, though, then have to skill up and be the best version of the SDR that you can be, because you've got businesses like Gradium. Gradium spun out of QAtai. I don't know how to say that. They got 300 million in funding. They're going to get more and more in funding. It's one of the largest voice funding announcements made globally. And these AI tools are going to get better and stronger. And you might find yourself with leaders and CEOs and business owners saying, well, actually, why can't I just replace my SDR with AI? And that is where you need to show them, not through your talking at them, but you need to show them through your body of work and actually show them through your recorded calls what you can do and what AI can do. You set the bar up here. Meanwhile, AI has only just got to here. But if you dip below there, you're out the door. And rightly so. But to dip below it means you're not doing your job. So what do we need to do? SDRs, we need to become effective cold callers. The other thing that I learned sitting down with sales leaders, and I've kind of known this for a while anyway, being a sales leader myself, is a lot of teams will find excuses to not pick up the phone. Okay? So how do you immediately become a top SDR? you stand out from the rest. You pick up that phone. You do what most people either are not doing or don't want to do and put it off, or they cold call when they want to cold call. Hey, I'm gonna do some numbers. I'm gonna cold call between 10 and 12, and I'm gonna just go through my checklist when they pick up the phone and whatever, knowing full well that you're probably not going to get too much cut through, depending on the type of person you're ringing up. If you're ringing up C-level, forget it. They're not going to be picking up the call between 10 and 12, are they? You know this. They're going to be picking up the calls between 8 and 9. So you got to get in early and make sure you do the things that most SDRs don't want to do. It's not hard in today's day and age to become a top SDR. It's not difficult. We live in a generation where everything's done without interacting properly with human beings. Everything's interacted through a screen, through a phone. Less and less people are talking to each other, and more people are hiding behind the screen, whether it's a phone screen, emails, LinkedIn messages. It's not hard to stand out. Just go back to being human. Pick up that phone, start dialing, call people, and practice your cold call openers. And then when you get time, either on that call or you set another date for you to call them back for your discovery call. Make sure you're on point. Cold call openers that are working really well right now. Being brief. Hey, Neil, I know I've caught you off guard. I know you're super busy. I'll be brief. I've noticed XYZ on LinkedIn. How's that impacting ABC? Have you got 30 seconds to discuss? Yeah. I've noticed you're hiring at the moment quite aggressively, working directly with one of your competitors who also went through the hiring process, really aggressive growth. It really impacted their onboarding and customer success and customer success management teams. How's it affecting you right now, being at the early stage of hiring? Have you got 30 seconds to discuss this? Right. So my message to you, SDRs, quit bitching, moaning and whining about AI coming through and taking over your jobs. AI is not going anywhere. In fact, as you can see, there is more and more investment by the day in AI in SaaS. It's the most funded part of the SaaS space in history. No specific area has seen growth in funding quite like AI. It ain't going anywhere. So you've either got to level up or find yourself a new career. I've just told you it's not difficult to stand out from the crowd. You need to leverage AI, not fight against it or bitch about it. That's what you need to do. And understand, when you've got AI tools in the business already, how can you leverage them? Can you get AI to do your donkey work? Because that's really what it's there for. AI does the donkey work. That's how you leverage AI. And then you do what AI cannot do. You have the conversations that AI cannot have. You're still Batman. AI is your Robin. Guys, if you enjoyed that, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you want to see the full podcast, click right here.